Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and the Postal Service has got something funny going on.
Mountain Man, Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here. I'm a reseller in Montana, and that means I go to garage sales and estate sales and thrift stores and buy stuff and sell it again online. Mostly for me, that happens on eBay. And we had a really strong weekend. You saw Saturday sales, or at least half of Saturday sales in our last video. And today, well, there's a lot more things going out through half of Saturday and Sunday, and I guess a couple things here on Monday morning. Pretty strong, about 24 items that we're sending out, and some of them higher dollar things that are very clearly Christmas presents. So we'll see if they make it there in time. The 19th is supposed to be the last day that priority mail has a chance to get there. We'll see. But speaking of that mail getting there on time and when it's supposed to, we've talked on the channel before about not promising. When people say, will it get here by fill in the blank, especially around this time, you can't promise anything when it comes to the Postal Service because, well, you're not in charge of it, but even the Postal Service doesn't promise it by a certain date. And apparently, that's even true when it's out for delivery. There was some funny business going on with 3 packages that were supposed to show up at my house this weekend. I'm going to tell you what's going on with that. I'm going to ask you a question. We do have some viewers that are also mail folks, and so maybe they can answer, but I think there were some shenanigans. First, let's take a look at what I sold. Yeah, really nice weekend. Look at, even got a guy up there. Really nice weekend, and I got some packing to do. Good thing that I packed extra on Friday, and then I mailed stuff out on Saturday, or today was going to be really long. People definitely, some of this is definitely an attempt at getting a very late Christmas present. We'll see. Priority, today is the last day officially to be able to send priority, but I don't know. It's going to be pushing it. This guy, I don't think he's a Christmas present. And I know he's not going priority and won't be there by Christmas. He's a red-eyed tree frog. Pretty cool, right? Look at that guy. He sold for $3.49 plus shipping. Not bad. I like selling little stuff. You guys know that. This one is going out to a viewer of the channel, Barbara Mandrell, one of the original vintage pins that we listed some time ago. And this one is going to Kathy. Grace Picker is her AKA. This is $4.99 plus shipping. Kathy, thank you so much. And Kathy said she picked up some ducks actually here a little bit ago and wanted to send me a picture of how she's got them displayed and wondered about email address. Our contact information down here. Well, not here, but down, it's in the description. Our mailing address and email address is down there, though email, admittedly, I don't know that I've really been in my email for the last week. I have been so busy. I'm way behind. This guy is headed international. We had a couple international sales on Sunday. This is one of them, Stephen King. This is the 5th in the Dark Tower, Wolves of the Cala. Cool cover. I like this. I like Stephen King hardcover books. They tend to sell pretty well for me, at least the older stuff. And this one, 47 Australian dollars. The Australian dollar, 70-ish cents, something like that. Here we got a vintage fly reel. This is a really cool one, a Martin reel. It's actually, it retrieves itself. You don't wind this one at all. It's pretty cool. And this one I got on the rod. The rod itself had no value. It was no good. But we paid, it was like $3 or $4, something like that. And I took an offer on this one of $54 plus shipping. We sold this little guy overnight. Look at that. Cool. He's still got the Mousecatoys tag on him. We have a few of these little beanbag plushes from Disney. I think I've had them for at least a year and a half now at this point, but this is the Brer Vulture, and it's a pretty good one. He's relatively rare, and he sold for $27.19 plus shipping. That's a solid sale. We sold a clarinet this morning. We're going to get that one in as well. You can see right here, it's Mendini. It's a student clarinet, and it's not in great shape. It's not beat up, but it was used probably by a middle school student learning to play the clarinet. And it's worth picking up. It's in good shape. I went through it. The cork might need redone at some point in the near future, but it actually works well. Notes seem okay, pads seem okay. So this is a solid little instrument, and it sold for $45, free shipping. So it's going to be a couple pounds to ship that out, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. We sold a couple of these guys, the Monster Jam Gravedigger trucks. Pretty cool. I paid $288 for these, and they both sold for $898 plus shipping. So you make, after you take out the fees and the original buy cost, I think it was $493 on each one. Of course, then you got to take out taxes and all that, but just ballpark number, we're making $5 a piece on those on a quantity listing. I'll do that. Here we got some Pinocchio. These are pinups. This is a vintage thing. Figaro, right? The cat. They have a little hole on the back, and they hang on the wall, like in a, I suppose, typically in a nursery or kid's room, something like that. And this is the whole scene. You can see right there, if I can get it to focus. There you go. Very old copyright. And these are cool. They're in pretty good shape. There is some wear on edges and stuff, but we got the cat. Look at that. We got Jiminy, and he's headed to school, so we got the schoolhouse, and there's the star of our show, Pinocchio. And so yeah, he's pretty big. This will look cool displayed on a wall. We got this at the same time as we bought the Peter Pan display, if you guys remember that one, and that sold for a little bit more because I had the original box for the Peter Pan, and that one went internationally, as I recall. This one is staying here in the country, and it sold for $45 plus shipping. So let's move him over there. We'll move all the little pieces. All right. Now we got some video games that we've been resurfacing, and they've been selling. Rayman Legends. This is not a high dollar game, but it sells well, so we cleaned it up, listed it, and it sold for $9.98 free shipping. So we'll make $5 on that. For the PS2, Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. This one has a very good sell-through rate. I thought it was higher. I think maybe the value has come down a little bit, but still $15.79 free shipping. So, easy math, $10 on that one. For the PS2, a lot of this was PS2 that I've been cleaning up. This is the Sims busting out, and the Sims sold for $9.98 free shipping, another $5. This is a pretty good one for the original Xbox, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. This is a cool game. Unfortunately, I didn't have the manual with this one. It's just the game. If I had the manual, we were, of course, going to get more for it. But even with just the case and the game, pretty solid. $14 plus shipping is a deal that I took on that. And then check this out. I had 3 of them. All 3 have now sold. And I don't know why I put different price points on a couple of these, but I did. This one is complete with the manual and the original cardboard sleeve. This sold this morning for $18.56 plus shipping. This one's got some damage on the front. Not on the back, does it? No, just on the front. And this one is a disc only. It didn't have the manual with it, so of course that one not going to go for quite as much. $15.99 plus shipping still for that. Essentially disc only, $16 plus shipping. And then we have another Wii Sports, and it's got the manual and the disc, and the disc now very clean, of course. And it sold for $19.19 plus shipping. So why $19.19 and $18.56? I don't know. No idea. This one, pretty good sale. Derek Rose got the pinstripe on the jersey. I got this one from Kerry, American Arbitrage, from one of his Whatnot auctions. And we made a solid profit on this guy. I took an offer. I think I had it listed at about $85. And I thought, you know what? It's good enough. I want to keep the sales coming in. So I accepted an offer last night of $75 plus shipping. And then this one Also actually came from Kerry a little bit ago. We got 2 of these actually from him, and they averaged out to about $25, I believe, a piece. And Darren Williams autographed, pretty solid jersey. I like this one, and this one I was going back and forth on offer, counter offer, and finally decided sort of the same deal. I was hoping to get closer to about $100, but it's all profit on this one. I think we sold the other one for like $120 actually. The guy just bought it outright, but this one's still a solid sale, $90 plus shipping. We've got right here, it's in the box, and I'm just going to ship it in that box, actually, so I'm not going to mess with taking it out. But that's a Jim Shore figure. Here it is right here, Jim Shore Santa. Santa might be late to the party. I don't know if he's going to make it in time. He's got a shot, but we'll see. A lot of Jim Shore stuff is worth picking up, guys. Not all of it, but a lot of it. If you see it, it's at least worth taking a look at. And this one sold for $44.99 plus shipping. Up here, we've got a German motorcycle tractor from the Ultimate Soldier collection. You see the box is pretty messed up, you know, over here as well. But it's still new inside here. It's very cool. And I got this past summer. And it sold not that long after I listed it, actually. It actually hasn't been listed all that long. It took me forever to get around to listing it. Once it did get listed, sold here in a handful of weeks, $99.19, free shipping. So we'll see what shipping winds up being on this guy. We're still going to make a profit. It's all profit off of that garage sale, actually. And then this guy, I did say we had a couple of international sales. This is the other one. I think 2 of these that we've sold have gone international. This is not one of the very high-end Axis and Allies games, but it's pretty solid. You know, we've sold some for $150, $200. This is not that, but I'm still happy with this sale. It's going through the global shipping program, one that I don't typically use, but it's a heavier, bulkier thing, and that's why I use GSP. And every once in a while, you do sell stuff through global shipping. This one, $73.59, plus all of that GSP shipping. All right, going to tack a couple more on. This one I actually forgot to show you. It was already sold and paid for. It's a vintage electrician's knife, and went back and forth on offers, counter offers, settled in at $8 plus shipping. These, another pair of the Belleville military boots. It's got the liner in there, very nice. Accepted an offer on these this morning of $45, and they just paid. So they're easy enough. They go in a 12 by 12 by 8 box and ship out really easily. So I'm going to pack those and get those out today. And then right here, NFL Street for the PS2. This one also just sold, and that just goes in a mailer. So we're going to get this one out today as well. This one sold for $14.61 plus shipping. Good sales. Very happy with those. But now it's time to talk about whatever the Postal Service is doing. Obviously, right now they're very busy. And, I like my mail guy. I like the folks at my local post office that's closest to my house. Though they are changing their hours. They're open until 6 o'clock right now, which is great. Starting after the first of the year, they're open until 5. So I'm kind of bummed out. I lose an hour of potential packing time. That's unfortunate, but I'll adjust. I'll be okay. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I had 3 packages that were supposed to show up here. So when I checked the tracking on all 3 of them, on Saturday morning, it said out for delivery. As of, it was like 6 in the morning, 6:15 or something in the morning, it said out for delivery. And so that means you're going to get it that day, right? It's on the truck. It's waiting to get dropped off at your house. It never showed up. My mailbox was empty, and there were no packages on my porch. Now, we left for a Christmas party at, I guess it was about 20 after 6 in the evening. And got back later that night, no packages. And so I checked the tracking again. It no longer said out for delivery. It said that they were unable to access the delivery location. It's weird. I get packages all the time. It's not like my driveway was blocked. It's not like there was a tree down in the neighborhood. they could get to my house. They didn't get to my mailbox either. I've set up informed delivery. That's something that you can do on the Postal Service website, and that will show you at least all that have gone through the machines, even letters. It'll show you pictures of what you have coming. We were supposed to get something from our insurance company, probably a bill. They always want money. And we were supposed to get something from some friends. It was an envelope. I assume it's a Christmas card. That wasn't there either. Those were scheduled to be delivered. They didn't show up. And the 3 packages that were out for delivery, apparently they could not access the delivery location. Now, that was time-stamped 6:47 p.m. That's late, right? I mean, that's late into the evening. Like I said, obviously, they've got a lot of stuff going on. It's one thing if something just doesn't get delivered, but it can be a little disconcerting when something says, oh, I wasn't able to drop it off, because then you start to wonder, well, is it going to get shipped back? We'd have to pay for shipping again if we want the thing sent back, and then it would get here too late. Let's fast forward to Sunday. We're coming home from church Sunday afternoon. Mountain Mama says, wait a minute, go back. I just saw the mail truck. So I swung around, went back 2 blocks, and sure enough, the mail truck was in our little subdivision. Swing home, and I've got 3 packages on the porch. Miraculously, they were able to access the delivery location. Now, I didn't get my letters in my mailbox, but I got my 3 packages. This was not an instance of not able to access the delivery location. In fact, I'm fairly certain that everybody in my neighborhood probably got that same message if they were following the tracking on any of their mail, because otherwise he wouldn't be 2 blocks down running down that street as well. This was an instance, I think, of they just didn't get to us in time and either wanted to or had to go home. And so they had to scan something, I guess. I don't know if they're required to scan something, but they scanned it and said, yeah, I couldn't get to their house. It's not true. And it's kind of annoying, especially if we're sending out packages and our people are checking that tracking number and they see unable to access delivery location. I think what this does is give you a little bit, or gives me a little bit of potential sympathy anyway for those people if they're going, I don't know why they couldn't get it to my house. It's fine. It's right here. Now I can tell them, you know what? It's happened to me. Maybe wait and see if, well, in this case, they delivered it on a Sunday, which is crazy. I assumed they were going to deliver it on Monday. So at least it got here, but I don't know. Have you guys ever seen something like that? Have you gotten something like that? The folks that watch this channel that are mail people, whether, post office, you work at the desk, or whether you actually deliver mail, whatever it is. What's going on with this? Explain to me, explain to the viewers what you think they did. Why do you think they did it? Because it was a lie. I mean, they lied regardless of what they did. The reason that they scanned was not truthful. I'm just glad that they did go ahead and then deliver it the next day. So, I don't know. I try to back the Postal Service. They're my partner in my business. But in this instance, I just don't like what they went and did. So that's what I've got for you today, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. If you wouldn't mind, hit that thumb on your way out. Maybe comment down below. And that helps the channel grow. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I got to drop my stuff at the post office. We'll see you next time.